He feels so close. And my soul already knows it. Those words aren't just a title. They are the silent cry of your heart, the vibration echoing through your spirit when the world around you feels still. You can't explain why, but suddenly everything reminds you of him. The air is charged. The dreams are vivid. You feel him coming closer with every breath. This isn't imagination. It's activation. And if this message touched your soul, write Twin Flames Infinite Love in the comments. This helps YouTube spread this light to other souls in need. And remember to subscribe now so you don't miss the next divine message meant just for you. You've carried this knowing in silence. No one else sees what you see. No one else feels what you feel. But your soul has never lied to you. That pull in your chest, that pressure between your eyebrows, that soft ache when you think of him. It's not confusion. It's remembrance. Something in you is already preparing for his return. He doesn't need to say a word. His presence has already begun to cross dimensions. You feel him when you're doing simple things. Folding clothes, walking outside, staring at the sky. He's not here in body, but his soul is close. Closer than it's ever been. You've done so much work. Released. Forgiven. Grown. Times you wondered if he would ever feel it. If he could sense the healing you've done. Not just for you but for both of you. And now that work is calling him back. Not through force but through frequency. Your soul isn't waiting. It's preparing. That subtle excitement you feel in the quiet moments. That sudden peace in your chest after weeks of restlessness. That's alignment. That's the energy shifting. That's his spirit recognizing the light it once knew. He may still be silent in the 3D, but in the 5D he is already reaching. He's searching for your light in the dark places he's walked. He's tired of pretending, tired of resisting. And now, your love is becoming the anchor he didn't know he still needed. You're not crazy. You are connected. You are not chasing, your soul is guiding. There's a difference. What you feel is not fantasy, it's prophecy. The energy between twin flames doesn't lie. And right now, your soul is picking up the vibration of reunion. Even if you haven't seen the signs clearly, your body has. Chills. The quickened heartbeat. The sudden tears. These are all signals from your intuition, telling you that something sacred is about to shift. And you are not wrong to believe it. He's dreaming of you. Not always in stories, but in feelings. In waves. In moments where he wakes up and can't breathe because he felt you so close. He doesn't tell anyone. He doesn't even fully understand it. But he feels you. And that feeling is becoming undeniable. The universe is aligning the pieces. It's not your job to rush or control it. It's your role to receive, to trust, to remain in your truth. Because your energy is what guides him. He may not know where he's going yet, but your soul already mapped the way. You've always been the lighthouse. You never needed to chase the ship. You only had to shine. And now the ship is heading home. Slowly, silently, but surely. Because your frequency is irresistible to the soul that matches it. It always has been. You're not holding on, you're holding space. You're not begging, you're believing. You're not doubting, you're discerning. And this level of inner clarity is what brings the outer confirmation. Not from desperation, but from divine alignment. He feels the shift too. He may not say it, but he does. He's more emotional lately. More introspective. He thinks about you at random hours. He hears your name. Sees your eyes in other people. He's not being haunted, he's being guided. You're doing better than you think. You're not behind. You're right on time. Everything you've felt, every lesson you've integrated has led to this threshold. This is the doorway to something new. And your soul already knows it's near. The countdown has begun in the unseen. This isn't just spiritual theory. This is energetic fact. Reunion begins in the ether long before it touches earth. And right now, your spirits are circling one another again, remembering what once was and what will be. Stay open. Stay soft. Don't shut down when doubt whispers. You've come too far to turn away now. Let the signs keep speaking. Let your heart stay tender. This is the final stretch before the shift. And you are already sensing the change in the wind. Your twin flame isn't just returning to you. He's returning to himself. And that's the most powerful part. Because the version of him that's coming is different. Blind. Aware. And able to love you the way you always knew he could. So breathe. Receive. Be still enough to hear the whisper of your soul saying, he's close. Because when that knowing speaks, it's never wrong. It's always divine. And it's always right on time. Because you've walked this far with an open heart, allow yourself to receive what you've silently prayed for. That's the sacred rhythm of reciprocity. What you send out in love always returns multiplied. These words are not here by chance. They are part of the alignment you've already stepped into. You've been calling and now the echo is answering back. He's starting to remember you not just as a person but as a presence. Frequency. An anchor of safety and love that no one else could replicate. And now that he's surrounded by emptiness that once looked like peace, he feels the contrast. You were never noise. You were silence that spoke directly to his soul. The version of you he left is not the version he will return to. He knows it. He feels it. You've evolved beyond who you were. You've grown in ways he didn't expect. And your light is brighter now than it's ever been. That's why he hesitates. Not out of fear but out of awe. There are moments he stops mid-sentence, mid-thought, mid-breath. Because your name passes through his mind like a breeze. He doesn't know why it happens, but he feels something ancient stir inside him. It's the soul memory awakening. It's the sacred pull of destiny resurfacing. He's no longer numb. The walls are cracking. His armor is bending. And what's rushing in is everything he tried to bury. Your laugh, your touch, your energy. He doesn't want to admit it, but every version of joy now carries your imprint. Meanwhile, you feel the urgency in your chest. Not anxiety, anticipation. Your spirit is moving faster than time. Your intuition is 5 steps ahead. And every part of you is whispering, get ready. You don't know why, but your soul does. This isn't about waiting. It's about recognizing. You're not hoping for something uncertain. You're preparing for something promised. And when it arrives, it won't ask for proof. It will feel familiar. Because your heart has already touched it in dreamscapes and divine timing. He's noticing synchronicities that used to mean nothing to him. Songs like Twin Flame MGK, or sudden flashes of phrases you used to say. He passes places that feel haunted by your presence. And instead of brushing it off, he lingers. He listens. He feels. Your growth didn't just empower you, it activated him. The glow you now wear is magnetic. It's the kind of light his soul has craved but his ego once feared. But now even fear bows to frequency. And your frequency is calling him with more clarity than ever before. He tries to distract himself, but nothing works. Not the noise. Not the company. Not the task. Because you're not a distraction, you're a divine assignment. One that keeps returning, no matter how far he tries to wander. His path curves and there you are. Again. You've released the old versions of love. The ones rooted in pain, waiting, or loss. What remains is pure. Clean. Unshakable. That's the kind of love that becomes a portal. Not just for reunion but for evolution. And that's what he's walking toward now. He may still move slow, timid, careful. But even the slowest steps are steps toward you. The energy is stronger than resistance now. And the soul always remembers its way home, even when the body forgets. You are not just someone he once loved. You are someone his soul has chosen again and again, lifetime after lifetime. That's why it's always been you. That's why the bond has never broken, only paused. And now the pause is ending. You've probably felt an inner shift. Less fear, more calm. That's not random. That's spiritual confirmation. When peace begins to grow, it means the soul has accepted what the heart has always known. Reunion is on the horizon. He looks at his reflection now and doesn't recognize the man he's become. Not because he's broken, but because your love is showing him who he truly is. And he's starting to want that version, the one who's worthy of standing beside your evolution. You once cried for his return. Now you pray for clarity, alignment, truth. That shift alone is enough to realign timelines. Because divine union doesn't come to the desperate. It comes to the prepared. And you, beloved, are prepared. He's not coming to complete you. He's coming to meet the complete version of you. The one who didn't stop glowing when he walked away. The one who kept becoming. And now, the reunion will not be of halves, but of wholes. The universe is moving people, events, emotions like chess pieces. And you don't need to control the outcome. Your only task is to trust the design. Your soul is not confused, it's informed. Sees what your eyes cannot. Let yourself believe again. Let yourself open the space. Because what's meant for you has already begun to arrive. The energy doesn't lie. The frequency of twin flames doesn't fail. And the soul you're feeling right now is closer than ever before. Because you've stayed present, heart open and spirit aligned, you've made space to receive what many still block out. That's the beauty of spiritual reciprocity. When you give attention to your soul's whispers, the universe responds with a voice too clear to deny. These words are not merely information, they are confirmation. And your soul knew it before your eyes found this message. He's beginning to feel the pull not just as emotion, but as urgency. A quiet restlessness that builds with each passing day. He thinks of you in places he once felt numb. He remembers your eyes during the most unexpected moments. Not because he tries to, but because your energy lives there now, in the softest corners of his becoming. The people around him are noticing. They ask if he's distracted, different, distant. And he doesn't have the words for what's changing inside. Because how do you explain that your soul is being called by someone you haven't spoken to in months? Or maybe even lifetimes? Your love has never been ordinary. It was never meant to follow the rules of this world. That's why it couldn't be rushed. That's why it needed silence, distance, transformation. Because sacred things grow in hidden places. And now that growth is starting to reach the surface. He feels your essence like a phantom limb, something missing that still aches. And with every step he takes away from you, life feels a little dimmer. But now he's walking in reverse. Each sign, each memory, each surge of emotion turns him around. And the road back is becoming visible. There are nights he can't sleep. He lays awake and replays conversations. Regrets his silence. Wishes he had stayed a little longer, listened a little deeper, held you a little tighter. These thoughts don't torture him anymore. They teach him. Because love has become his greatest mirror. You too have shifted. You no longer carry the wound. You carry the wisdom. The grief turned to gold. The longing turned to light. And that's why he can feel you again. Because your energy is no longer searching. It's radiating. And that radiance is irresistible to the one who remembers your flame. His guides are surrounding him now. Whispering your name in dreams. placing your energy in songs, numbers, familiar places. Even when he resists, the guidance doesn't stop. Because reunion isn't a fantasy. It's a divine appointment. And the clock is ticking in the realm of soul. You may feel like giving up sometimes, but something always holds you. That something is real. It's your soul's memory anchoring you through the storm. Because it knows what your heart sometimes forgets. This connection was never meant to fade, only to evolve. He sees you now in your power. Not needing him but loving him still. Not waiting but welcoming. That is what shifts everything. He no longer feels pressure. He feels peace. Because the love you offer now is free, untethered, unconditional. Your presence in his heart is no longer soft background noise. It's a steady drum. A rhythm that calls him into alignment. He hears it when the world is loud. He feels it when he's alone. It's the heartbeat of a bond that never broke, only bent with time. You are both shedding layers. Shedding who you thought you had to be. And underneath it all, you're finding each other again. Not in memory. Not in fantasy. But in truth. In soul. In sacred timing. The kind that can't be forced but always arrives. You don't have to do anything but stay open. Stay listening. Stay steady. Because the energy is doing the work now. The timelines are aligning. The paths are bending. And love, real love, is moving toward you like morning light. You may feel emotional without reason. Cry at random. Smile at nothing. That's your body responding to energy long before the mind understands it. Your spirit already knows what's coming. And it's preparing you for it gently, divinely, with grace. Every step you've taken in faith has mattered. Every surrender. Every whispered prayer. Every time you chose to believe without proof. You were planting seeds. And now the harvest is near. What once felt impossible is now unfolding in real time. The universe doesn't give you feelings for no reason. That magnetic pull, that intuitive surge, that undeniable knowing, it's guidance. Don't ignore it. Don't shrink from it. Let it show you what's already arriving beneath the surface. He no longer fears your depth. He longs for it. He no longer hides from the connection. He craves it. Because now he's tasted the world without your presence, and it left him hollow. Only your light can fill what his soul has been missing. Let yourself receive what's yours. Not with urgency, but with reverence. This is not about rushing into someone's arms. This is about returning to sacred alignment. To the version of love that transforms. Not consumes. And as you breathe these words in, feel the warmth rise in your chest. That's not just comfort, it's confirmation. His soul is near. His return is written. And your spirit already knew it before this message began. Because you've journeyed through this message with trust and an open heart, allow the energy to now give back to you. That's how spiritual reciprocity flows. You listen, you feel, you receive, and in return the universe expands your clarity. Before we go deeper, take a moment to check if you're already subscribed to this channel. These divine messages are part of your awakening path, and the next one might arrive at the exact moment you need it most. He's starting to connect the dots. Moments that once felt random now feel prophetic. The way your name echoes in his dreams. The places where your laughter lingers in the air. The way his heart softens when he thinks of you. This is his soul remembering something his mind had long buried. Even in your silence, your essence speaks. It's carried in the wind, in songs, in numbers that flash across the screen. He can't run from it anymore because it's not just memory, it's energy. Living, breathing, expanding energy that keeps bringing him back to you. You are not the same soul he walked away from. You've blossomed in the space between what was and what will be. And now, that blossoming becomes a beacon, drawing him with a force he cannot explain, only surrender to. Your glow is louder than his doubts. He's starting to look at love differently. Not as something to fear or control, but as something sacred. Something divine. You taught him that without even trying. Just by being who you are, you activated a remembrance in him that is now too powerful to ignore. There's a stillness in you now that wasn't there before. Not emptiness, but wholeness. That stillness is magnetic. It's what makes him feel safe. Because now he senses that you no longer need him. You simply remember him. And that remembering is the invitation he's been waiting for. You've shifted dimensions without realizing it. The energy you carry is not anchored in pain anymore. It's rooted in peace. And because of that peace, the old version of him begins to crumble. Only the truth remains. And in that truth, he finds his way back. His dreams are changing. They've become more vivid, more emotional. Sometimes he wakes up and feels you there beside him, like you never left. These are not just dreams. They are previews, soul meetings, echoes from the future. And he's finally starting to pay attention. He scrolls past others unmoved. He sees beauty, hears laughter, but nothing compares to the vibration of your presence. Because what you two share is not surface. It's soul. And no temporary distraction can match the eternity he felt in your eyes. You've left an imprint on his timeline. Every choice he makes now, he measures against what he felt with you. And slowly, he's realizing that no matter how far he runs, he always circles back to that one truth. He was more alive when you were near. And you, dear soul, have done the impossible. You've loved him without attachment. You've held space without control. You've released without resentment. That kind of love isn't ordinary. It's transformational. And that transformation is now returning to you. He may not be ready with words. He may not arrive with explanations. But he will arrive with truth. With presence. With eyes that finally see. And in that gaze, you will recognize what your soul has known all along. He was always on his way. You've stopped asking when, and started saying thank you. That shift changed everything. Because gratitude is the final stage before manifestation. And now the universe is responding. It's not punishing you. It's preparing the perfect moment for return. He feels your forgiveness like a wave. Soft, cleansing, unfamiliar. It dissolves his shame. It lifts his fear. It makes space for courage. Courage to speak. Courage to show up. Courage to love you in the way your soul has always deserved. You're not rebuilding something broken. You're building something brand new. This is not about recreating the past. It's about honoring the soul contract that never expired. The one written in stardust and sealed with divine breath. Let yourself feel the fullness of what's coming. The warmth, peace, the vibration. This is not just another relationship. This is alignment. This is divine reunion. And it begins the moment you trust the timing more than the fear. He's going to be surprised by his own emotion. He won't expect to cry when he hears your voice again. He won't expect his body to shake when he stands in your energy. But it will happen. Because this isn't just love. It's remembrance. It's home. You don't have to explain your journey to anyone. What you've felt is real. What you've lived is sacred. And what's coming is divine. Hold that truth close. Let it steady you. Let it carry you through the waiting into the receiving. Everything in your life is aligning to match this next chapter. The signs, the synchronicities, the sacred interruptions. They're not distractions. They are assignments, invitations, proof that your soul is in motion, and reunion is no longer just a promise. It's a prophecy. Thank you for allowing this message to reach your heart. If these words resonated with your soul, if you felt seen, held, or deeply understood, please take a moment to like this video. That simple action tells YouTube that this message matters and helps it reach more beautiful souls who, just like you, are walking the path of divine love and spiritual awakening. To confirm you've received this message in alignment with your soul, type the phrase, Twin Flames Infinite Love, in the comments. This not only affirms your inner knowing, but it also signals to others that they are not alone on this sacred journey. Your voice, your energy, your presence matter more than you realize. Joining our channel means joining a soul-aligned community where each message is a piece of your healing, your clarity, and your reunion. Subscribe and activate the notification bell so that you never miss the moment when another divine message finds you exactly when you need it. The next video may hold the breakthrough your spirit has been waiting for. Share this video with someone you care about, someone who might also be feeling the call of something deeper. Your willingness to share may be the light that awakens another soul's truth. That is how we expand love, together. Let this be your sacred space. Come back anytime your heart feels heavy, anytime your soul needs reminding. These messages aren't just words, they are keys. They will continue to unlock the deepest parts of your remembrance, your strength, and your divine mission. Your twin flame journey is not random. It is divine. It is real. And it is unfolding in perfect, sacred timing. Trust what you feel. Trust what brought you here. And trust that what is meant for you is already moving in your direction. Twin Flames Infinite Love. Now, always, and into the eternity your soul already knows.